This is sustainable urban drainage. So what's going in here, this area over to the left, quite a large area. Also you just see through the trees the other side of the road, and then the other side of the road with the light poles and the little shed. That's going to be an allotment, by the way. This is a large housing development, a place called Whiteley in Hampshire, North Whiteley. And here you've got sustainable urban drainage scheme. Basically the new development's going to create a lot of runoff, and the runoff has been pushed through here to basically provide some storm surge attenuation and a little bit of cleaning. So this has been dug out a couple of years ago. You can see all the concrete is nice and new and has been left to vegetate up, and it's quite a nice habitat. All sorts of nice things in here, various sedges and rushes. There's yellow flag. As far as I can tell, nothing's been planted. But there's native willow herb and bittersweet with its berries. In fact, that's the native willow herb, greater willow herb. That's another willow herb, not sure which one. And here we got some unusually tall bird's foot trefoil, and the little crane fly, and the bee fly, and yeah, it's developing nicely. About 2 years old, this habitat. There's a little bit of open water in here. See here. It's rained a bit in the last few days, so this has all come in and wetted. And some reed mace, by the looks of it, coming here. Hasn't flowered yet. There's a Norfolk reed over there. And I think I saw some reed canary grass over the top end. But they planted these trees round it. I can't work out why. They put in extra heavy standards, they've all got stakes, they've all got ties, they've all got these tree spats as well, so they've done a pucker job of it. They've all got these little watering jobbies in here, so they can put a hose in from a bowser, water direct to the roots. But why so close to the pond? That one over there looks like an alder, and that one's further from the pond in the sort of drier bit, and is not doing very well. But that ash next door is doing nicely. But these are all looking pretty mimsy. And here comes a dog walker. So we'll end that there. Sustainable urban drainage scheme. Okay, this is a similar pond, similar size, a few years further on. And yeah, it's going nicely along the succession from bare open ground, like the bare pond bowl as it were, towards woodland with all these sallows growing inside it. But this means, of course, that it's going to be less good at flood attenuation. And if you think about it from the point of view of ecology, then the habitat is totally changed. What will happen eventually is a sallow and the blackthorn, because there's a blackthorn in there as well, that little one to the left, will take over. Then they shade all these reeds out, and you'll get a wet hole with leaf litter and a few specialist species in under dense shade. So ecology wise, do you manage this? Do you cut the sallow out? Do you prevent it from growing at all, ideally? At what stage in a succession would you like to freeze this so that it's at its best value for nature conservation, and at the same time its best value for its designed function, which is to tackle the issue of flooding off of urban development? So, got to be a question, hasn't it? And if you do that, how do you do that? Who pays for it? Walking around this a bit further, you've got some signs that there's some management actually happening. Those oak trees there, see them by the fence? They were probably planted as extra heavy standards. like the ones we saw on the other side. They've been pruned, formative pruning, and someone's come in and mown alongside the fence, pretty much all the way around. The fence itself has had rails renewed, but other rails have fallen off, or more likely been kicked off, which is another aspect of management which is sometimes forgotten when schemes are designed. This is weld mesh, very expensive, and you've got the rails holding the weld mesh on, and they've been replaced. See the screw, originally nailed, but some of the posts round there, see that one that's on the squiffy, getting really rocky. So again, who manages this sort of thing and who pays for it? And in there, it's quite a nice woodland. I might go and look at that later if time permits, because I'm here on a job. I'm on my break at the moment.